here's round two. Just got called to come back over to the office because they're going to try and do some sandbagging somewhere. I'm not sure what that's going to all entail, but kind of like being at home. Yeah. Heyo. So, week 7. Last week didn't end up nearly as bad as what they thought it was going to, or what we all thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a rehash of 2 weeks ago with the flooding. Didn't happen. But other than that, we actually got some good weather. As you can see, today's a gorgeous day today. We got out this weekend, did a little exploring, had a great time. What did we do?
Went to the movies on Monday next door at the clubhouse. We saw Love Story.
John Wick 3, the love story.
Slash them up, dash them up,
Yeah,
dice them up.
bit over the top. But anyway, got everybody together. Good movie. Wednesday went over and met everybody at the clubhouse as well. Had a social, and then we do Friday.
We did? What did we do Wednesday?
Didn't we go over for the?
What was Wednesday?
We went over for the social just to meet and greet.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
So
It was fun.
Obviously, it was a great time.
I don't remember that. Wednesday?
Yep.
Okay. I do remember Friday, though. That was Valentine's Day.
Mm-hmm. Friday was Valentine's Day. Went over and seen Princess Bride.
That was really cute.
Yeah, never seen that before. It's actually a very good movie. Mom did her special thing. She made chocolate covered strawberries and crazy corn. You know, the popcorn with the caramel drizzle all over it for 5 couples?
Yeah,
4
all
couples?
the other host couples.
The other host couples and one of the other residents that's been here for this pretty much the whole time.
They were the ones that brought the movie.
Yeah, they're the ones who
Princess
brought the
Bride.
movie. So,
It was hysterical. I don't know that I've ever seen that before.
I know we have.
Had Andre the Giant in it,
Billy Crystal.
Billy Crystal, and Jenny.
Yeah, from Forrest Gump.
Jenny is the girl, the princess. Anyway, I thought it was cute. Kind of
was.
stupid, but
It was still a good movie.
I laughed.
Couldn't believe we hadn't seen it before.
Right.
But, one of the real neat things about this place, though, is the people. Obviously, one of the other camp hosts that's here with us, Wendell and his wife Lisa, they actually made us, or he made us, walking sticks or hiking sticks, which are really pretty cool.
I thought they were pretty cool.
Yeah, he took some crepe myrtles, which is a native bush tree around here, and
Almost like rattan.
yeah, it is very much like rattan. But he took it and sanded it down, put varnish on it, put a strap on it for a handle, and very nice of him to do that.
Yep.
We're very appreciative. So,
Yep.
like I said, we had good people around here.
Yep, that was cool.
Well, Saturday, I worked half a day Saturday here,
Mm-hmm.
and then we went to the Fire and Ice Festival, which is a chili cook-off and ice sculpture contest in Blue Ridge, which is about 20 miles down the road from us here. Again, good time. Had some live music there. Had a DJ first, and they had a little band playing. They were real good.
You buy a ticket with all the punches on it, and then you go to the different stations, and they punch your card, and you try their chili, and then at the end, when you're done trying everybody's chili, then you write your favorite on it and throw it in a bucket. And then they have ice sculptures. Band was in the gazebo, the Gabazoo. Small town, but we had a heck of a time trying to find a place to park.
Everybody in the
Apparently-
was there, obviously, because
Everybody
there's
does.
not anything else going around or going on at the time.
Plus, it was a nice Saturday.
It was
Oh my gosh.
probably one of the first really nice Saturdays that we've had since we've been here.
Yeah.
And the really unique thing was Mom and I picked the same chili as the best, which is almost hard to believe, but we did. Number 17. Doesn't mean anything to you, but it's number 17.
They give them to you in a little cup, like the little ranch, PR ranch cups. Which is,
It was a
why
taste.
give me a spoon?
Right, it was a taste is all it was. But like I said, we both came up with number 17 as our favorite.
Hello, children. We're at the Fire and Ice Festival in Blue Ridge. And there's a ton of people here, ice sculptures, and you buy a ticket for chili that has like 30 little stamps on it. stand in line, get your cup of chili, and just enjoy the music and whatnot. So I'm gonna walk through the ice sculptures. Hopefully I don't get bit by a dog. And you can see what you think. I'm gonna flip the phone around and see what you think. Dad's getting chilly.
That's pretty much all we did Saturday, and then Sunday morning got up early and headed to Chattanooga and spent the entire day in Chattanooga. Went to Rock City, which is really neat. That's a video we'll show you of Rock City.
Hello, kids.
Rock City, beautiful place. We'll do an extra video just for it, just kind of show you around with it. But beautiful, beautiful place. Love you guys. And then from there we went to, what was it,
Purple painted daisy or something for lunch. With it looked like a dive.
It really did. But the food was really good. Really good. And then from there we went to Ruby Falls, which is a underground waterfall, which it was really neat, but very touristy, I thought. Took you about an hour and 20 minutes round trip. It's actually 260 feet below ground, and then from there you got a guided tour, that's the part I didn't care for.
Right.
If it had been something you could have just walked through and seen and walked back out, it would have been great. Got a little video of it from me because the fall was very impressive. The fall was probably 150 feet or better.
Yeah, it was beautiful. The story. I think more importantly, the story of the fall is what they attract, because Chattanooga is a horseshoe city, or it's in a city of a horseshoe where the Tennessee River flows up and down like so, and then back up again. And Chattanooga is on the east side of that river. Well, and then the Georgia state line is right there. So part of this Lookout Mountain, what they call, runs from Chattanooga south through Georgia, through Alabama. It's not super long, but all three of those states are right there. So there was a big battle prior to the one in Kennesaw, because it's just north of there, the Chickamauga and Chattanooga battles from General Lee and Grant from the Union side. So that's a battlefield in itself, that whole ridge line. Everything's flat there because there's a river there, but then this mountain that just kind of pops out of nowhere is kind of cool. So Ruby Falls is on top of that, and in the 40s, in the 1940s or 30s, this guy, I guess he knew there was something underground. Nobody had dug or anything. It was a cavern, they called it, because there was no exit or entrance into that area. Well, they drilled by hand into this rock down, and then they crawled for hours. 17 hours. One way, crawled and found this waterfall, and it's a massive waterfall. So they opened a few things up, and now it's very touristy. So you go buy your ticket, stand in line to go to another area to stand in line to ride the elevator down. And then in the meantime, you're just traveling back and forth in this tight area to and from this waterfall. But it is really pretty, and you go and the lights turn on and you watch the water, and it's really cool. And then they shut everything off, so you have to leave. It's a very timed thing. Then because they're pushing people through this. Yeah.
Every 15 minutes, they're probably sending 50 to 60 people through this thing.
Yeah.
So it's pretty quick,
right.
But it's a long walk. I mean, again, 260 feet down, and then what do you say? Almost 3/4 of a mile to the falls from the elevator, and then back again. So, like I said, about an hour and 20 minutes or so. But it was neat, just very touristy. That was the part I didn't care for. But the falls themselves were incredible again.
Yeah. And there's so much to see in Chattanooga. We really only had a little bit of time. Plus, Bruno was at home, so we didn't want to leave him too long. So we wound up going to Rock City, which is on Lookout Mountain, and it's it is a privately owned area of, I don't know how many acres it was, 200 and some acres at the corner, at the most front peak of Lookout Mountain, where one of the battles took place. So a lot of this Lookout Mountain and area, there's houses and stuff like that. So a lot of it's privately owned. So if you want to be part of that battlefield, you're either going on private property or you're just taking a generic drive to these little points of interest. But this particular place, the people, again, in the 20s and 30s, just loved that area, bought the property, and started just redoing everything there. So it's kind of a just walk through the flora and fauna of the area. But they've got swinging bridges, and they've got arches, and they've got little crags that you can walk through, and then it opens up to this just massive scenic area. So almost like Kennesaw, where you go to these little areas, and you could just see for miles. As a matter of fact, on one of the little points is a spot where you can see, they claim that you can see 7 different states, and it is pretty expansive. I mean, you can see the Tennessee River and Chattanooga, of course, right there, but you can see Fort Oglethorpe, which is the next town down, with all the mountains and valleys, and you can see forever. So I don't doubt that you can't see far. I don't know if it's 7 states, but it was just a beautiful view. Even though it was foggy and early morning, you could still see for what seemed like forever. And it didn't look like it was that high. The mountain itself wasn't that high, but in this area where it's mostly flat, pops up this Lookout Mountain.
Right. Yeah, it was pretty incredible.
Yeah, and it's a real long ridge, but just that one part of that upper part is the battlefield and this privately owned area that is called Rock City. But it also has one of the longest and tallest free-falling waterfalls. Like all the waterfalls that we've been seeing around here are waterfalls, but they're falls. They're like a slide, like a water slide. Like this is a drop. This is like you're down in the pool. And if you look at any old pictures from the Civil War, I know there are some Civil War photos from Lookout Mountain. Apparently, when that battle happened, everybody had their photo taken off of this Lookout Rock, and then this waterfall. And then there's a Lover's Leap story about Lover's Leap, which is kind of cool. But we spent a lot of time walking around that little area with all the crags and swinging bridges and stuff like that. It was neat.
It was very neat. It was a great day, beautiful day. The drive was great. About an hour and 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Each
Oh
way.
yeah. And on the way there, we went west instead of up and through the water, how we came, and we went to Ellijay, Blue Ridge, and then Ellijay, and then kind of up north, and we passed an old house, and the fence caught my eye. It was like that crosshatch, old-timey Civil War era fence, and it was called the Vann House, VANN. So of course I Googled it. It didn't look like anybody was there, but it was the very first Native American, Cherokee is the area that is of the Indian nation that was around here back then, and so it was the very first brick home of a Cherokee chief, and apparently that was the origin of the Trail of Tears. So they pretty much gathered everybody from east to this area, and then when they put them all on reservations to make room for the western expansion, they started here and started at that Vann House. Well, there's a two-story brick house. This an Indian chief, and he had a medicine garden, and he had all this stuff. Well, it just seemed like a cool place. But we passed by that just this side of Dalton, Georgia. Which I thought was cool, but they were closed. We didn't have time to stop anyway. They were closed on Sunday, but I just thought that was fascinating.
Yeah, we'll make a trek there again because it sounds great. I didn't see much as we were driving past, but everything Mom said, it seemed really exciting.
For the 1800s, I mean, this is pre-Civil War brick home built by a Cherokee chief. Just it blows your mind. So So, and then when we were done with Ruby Falls, then we went to get ice cream. Of course, we went to Clumpy's.
Clumpy's ice cream.
It was awesome.
It was great ice cream.
Yep. And we were gonna do the incline. They have a like a tram thing, not a gondola, not like a
Skylift.
skylift. No, this is attached on a train rail, and it takes you up from the ground, from the bottom. St. Elmo is the town at the bottom of the mountain, and it takes you up. Not the St. Elmo's Fire movie, but St. Elmo. From the bottom of the mountain to the top, but through the mountain, it takes you up, and it's pretty steep. But the ice cream place, and it's all very touristy, right there.
Right. But the train was shut down for track repairs, so we didn't get to take that.
It was closed.
It was closed. But
the Clumpy's was good.
Clumpy's was very
I
good.
needed a T-shirt.
From Clumpy's.
And Dad got ice cream there. He got
Cranberry cheesecake. That was really, really good.
Boyfriend, you are jumping out of the box.
Trying my new stuff. All kinds of new stuff.
It was good.
It was.
Good day.
I think that's about it. Anything else?
Nope.
No.
Gonna go watch another love story tonight.
Yeah.
Rocky.
Rock.
Somebody say again?
Ford versus whatever it is.
Oh, Ferrari.
Ferrari.
Yeah. I think that'd be a good movie.
Yeah, it's supposed to be that one tonight. So that's it. Weather forecast: rain this week. So we got that to look forward
Yes,
to
but
again.
the sun is out now.
But the sun is out now. Actually, we've seen the sun 3 days in a row. 3. Count them. 3.
It feels so good.
It does. So other than that, again, we love you all. Miss you a great deal, and